Okay, Vicky, let's do a quick recap for our listeners. We started with that big news from the Bank of Canada,
That surprise rate cut down to 3.25%
which, if you're thinking about getting a variable rate loan,
could be a really good opportunity.
exactly. But we also talked about how those fixed mortgage rates have already adjusted.
Yeah, so don't expect any major changes there. The market's already one step ahead.
Always good to remember that. And of course, interest rates, they're not the only thing driving the real estate market, right?
Definitely not. We spent a lot of time talking about those demographic trends,
Like all that interprovincial migration.
especially in Alberta,
It seems like everyone's heading west these days.
which is great news for anyone invested in real estate in those areas. But it also highlights how important it is to understand those local dynamics.
You're right. What works in one market might not work in another.
Exactly.
Edmonton, for example. They've caught real estate fever.
Love that phrase.
But who knows if that fever will spread to other parts of the country.
We'll have to wait and see.
Speaking of waiting and seeing, we can't forget about those potential U.S. tariffs.
Ah, yes, the big question mark hanging over everything.
We don't know what they'll look like or what kind of impact they'll have on the Canadian economy, but it's definitely something to watch.
Sure.
So for our listeners who are real estate investors, potential buyers or sellers, what's the big takeaway here?
I think the main thing is to stay informed and be ready to adapt. The market is constantly changing, and there are always new challenges and opportunities on the horizon.